Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's show. We are heading to Minnesota to Leech Lake to hook up with our good friends from Forever Barnwood, Chad and Jason. They're on an awesome bite there. I haven't been there in about 15 years. I'm super excited about going there. It's a beautiful body of water. There's big walleyes. It's my kind of fishing, structure fishing, live bait fishing. I love it. You know what? Hang on to your heinies. We're gonna fire up the truck and away we go. Ruby, that's my seat. You're not listening. There we got him. Got him? Nice job. Eater fish. Good eater. Yep.
Just a traditional jig and a red tail. Oh, look at this stack of fish here, Larry. We better spot lock on these.
Really nice fish.
That one will make a really nice walleye sandwich.
I love walleye.
This is my favorite way to catch them on a jig and a minnow.
Doesn't get any better, does it? Here we go. Finally, I was watching the old bleaker, seeing what he was doing, and finally got a bite. Changing that cadence, how perfect it has to be to get these fish to bite sometimes. Ooh, that's a nice fish right there too. I'm loving it. Leech Lake walleyes. There we go. It's a real nice fish right there. Just watching that fish on the live scope and then watching that bait drop right to them and just seeing how they're reacting to it. You know, that's the biggest thing right there. So I kept changing my cadence and trying to get it down to see if I could get them to follow it and then to finally hit it. I got plenty of them to follow it, but just had to change it just a little bit, and then he slurped it right in. There we go. Are you proud of me? I finally caught a walleye, right?
Didn't even let her have a lick.
Oh, that's why you're giving me you're turning your head? You're giving me like, Ruby, I know you hear me. Just because your owner caught 6 of them already and I caught 1 doesn't mean you got to turn your back on me. There you go.
Patriot glass cleaner. Let's try it. Ooh, that's like magic there. Now I can see them. There they are.
Got him that time? Nice job, Chad.
Just let him eat it a little longer. Got him right by the snoot. Ruby, you want a lick? Go down.
Nice job.
You're being fussy.
Adapt, huh?
They're just biting so light, you don't even feel the bite.
You dog, you. So why do I have a blue jig and you have a gold jig?
Well, I want to make sure I got the edge on you, Larry.
And why are you twitching it?
Well, usually, my blue is my go-to color.
I see that. I see
different.
that, Chad. I see that blue is your go-to color, right? You dog, you. Good fish.
A lot of pan fryers. Rube, are you back in the game? Yeah. What do you say we get out of here, Larry, and go catch some big fish?
I definitely do not have it dialed in yet. I had 1 bite and 1 fish so far, and you are definitely kicking my hiney.
Skinny, hungry fish.
Yes, indeed. This feels like a good fish, too. That is a nice fish, buddy. You know, when you're fishing with somebody that's such a better fisherman than you are, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm really not. And that's what fishing's about. It's about learning. And look at this. This is a unique walleye. Look at that spot on its gill right there. It's got a hole right there, yeah. Let me do a few more casts, and I'll tell you if what I'm doing is actually just got lucky, or if it's actually I'm dialing in this cadence a little bit better. Right on. Yep, right there I go. Dropping right to them. Oh, they're going right down after it too. Got him. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! I love it when things work out. Coming out to your house today on Leech Lake and seeing just absolutely some very creative things that you've done to this house. Absolutely beautiful. It really gives me a lot of ideas of things that I want to do to my own house as far as a remodel and put some Forever Barnwood in there. It really gives you a warm feeling. So just like catching another walleye. Loving that. Man, oh man, I love it. So addicting to be able to cast and drop it right on their faces and see them go down after it. You know what? Another nice fish. Fishing's not really all about just catching fish. It's really about being out here and enjoying the time that you're with people. Always about trying to better what you're doing and sharpen your skills. And there's always room for improvement. As you can see on the screen right here, you guys, we're in about 12 feet. This is all solid rock right here, but I'm gonna move the live scope a little bit. See, yeah, right here. These are walleyes right here. So I know exactly where they're at, and I'm just dropping the bait right in front of them. There's my bait right there. I'm a little short, see? That time I cast it a little bit short. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna wind it back in.
I'm just gonna put this on heading hold into the wind and just creep slow, Larry.
So you don't spook them, right?
Yep.
Especially in this clear water. Nice job, Chad. Almost had a double there, my friend.
You really gotta work them slow, don't you?
You do gotta work them super slow.
I don't know, you've been doing pretty good since we got here. You got something figured
I know,
out.
but I got that from you. I seen them drop right on top of that, Again, just kind of watching that live scope and casting them, that bait, that jig right to them fish. Ruby's like, I love the taste of walleye. See them right here, they all dropped right down. Very spooky too. Like Chad said, really sneaking up on them. That is the great part about these new trolling motors, brushless. And you can tell by using forward-facing sonar that when you get too close to these fish, they just blast away from you. Boy, again, just absolutely dialing them fish right in. Ooh, this feels really good. Come on, baby, right into the old kisser. Nice. It's a great feeling once you dial something in, I'll tell you. Some days you got it, some days you don't. I'll give you the first lick. She's like, nope, too big. You know what? Even Ruby knows that a walleye of this size is not worth a darn to eat, or even take a lick at. Hey everybody, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Mr. Bleeker has got a great tip for your forward-facing sonar when you start getting into the weeds.
Bring your zoom in. Most people like to look at their zoom at 100 foot. I'll show you the screen, it gets real cluttered, but you bring that in to get yourself some separation in those weeds, and you can start to pick the fish out in that.
Hey everybody, again, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey you guys, what an incredible day we had out here on Leech Lake. I appreciate you guys inviting us over here. I haven't fished Leech Lake in probably 15, 18 years. It's still an amazing fishery, isn't it?
The first time I fished this lake, I launched at Federal Dam, getting ready for an FLW tournament. I wasn't on this body of water 15 minutes. The first spot I stopped at, I dropped in and boom, 27 incher.
You were hooked.
I was home.
What an amazing place you have here. Barnwood on the outside, you got the new siding. You have the beams inside. You got barnwood. I even had some barnwood in your man cave.
With Forever Barnwood, you're only limited to your own imagination of what you can do with that. A good carpenter can take just boards and create something beautiful. Or we have machine products, our flooring, our shiplap, tongue and groove. We have what you need.
Floor to ceiling, you can literally finish your whole house inside and out now that we've added the siding.
Hey everybody, what an awesome day we had on Leech Lake here. Now we are gonna take you guys and gals through a walk through the factory at Forever Barnwood. hang on to your heinies.
I'm Tony at Leroy Meats. Today we're going to be showcasing our Italian brats. We're going to make a nice Italian sausage and peppers on a hoagie. So what we've got here are Italian brats, grilled to perfection, a little char on them, grilled peppers and onions. Those have our Italian pizza seasoning on there, crispy grilled hoagie buns, and then some sliced provolone cheese from the deli. All I'm going to do here is take our Italian brat, slice them up, and put them right on top of the hoagie, peppers and onions on there, Italian pasta sauce, and we've got a beautiful little hoagie sub for you. Jim and I are going to give it a try, see how it turned out. Go ahead, Jim. Little messy, but it's fantastic. Got those nice charred peppers on there. What do you think, Jim?
Yummy.
There we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, today we're up here in Plum City, and it is the home of Forever Barnwood with our good friend Chad. And I'll tell you, and Jason, man, it's always good to see you guys. You know what are we gonna see today? Where are we gonna be showing all the people that are watching what happens here at Forever Barnwood?
Well, we're going to try to get as much covered as we can, Larry, but we offer an awful lot here from floor to ceiling, so we'll do the best we can. It'll be an interesting tour.
That's awesome. Hey, everybody, hang on to your heinies. There's some amazing stuff for you guys and gals to see.
We do a lot of things here, from dimensional lumber to shiplap to box beams or doors to trim. We cover it all, but this is our hand spray area. We do a lot of, we'll need parts and pieces, just, 2 of these, 5 of them, along with our 1,000 square feet of shiplap and our box beams and doors and trim. So we do a lot of one-offs right here, hand sprayed, hand wipe. All of our material is a circle saw one side, and it's a weathered texture on the other. Meant to be, this might be what the outside of a barn looked like, right, 100 years later, and then this is how it all looks to begin with, but Mother Nature has done her thing. Yeah. What he's spraying over here, this is what we call our secret sauce, Larry. It is not a stain. There is no stain in this product at all. What it is, there's an alkyd resin built into it. There's, some colorant is in it, but it's a very thin. You see how fast and quickly it dries, where a stain would take forever. And it just changes the wood. It brings out the highs and lows in the wood. When the boards go through here, it's like a zero gravity chamber of liquid. That whole board, it's raw now, saturated, goes through, and all sides are done at one time. So all of our product is sealed all the way around. It's a messy process. Yeah. But we had to keep up with the demand. We tried all kinds of different things: dunk tanks, air knife, blow-off chambers. So there's a series of brushes in there that cleans the board as it comes through. We do our aging here with this. Everything we do at Forever Barnwood is aged to a 100-year-old board first. Then we manipulate and change to different colors. Like we have some over here. This happens to be our patina gray. We do a whitewash. We do white barn. We do red barn. We have 6 different colors now that we do. Okay. The darker one is our 100-year-old. Doesn't appeal to everyone. They want a little lighter color. So this would be our 50-year-old. 50-year-old looks really nice on a ceiling, and then you do an accent wall in the 100-year-old. How long will its color stay like this? Forever. Forever. That's why we call That's why they call it Forever Barnwood. You'll never have to touch or refinish or do anything. That is sweet. Cool. Yeah. So that's why we kind of started this backwards. This was the final process of finishing. Let's go in and see how. Yeah. So down here, Larry, this is where all the distressing happens. This is our workhorse machine. This is our wire machine. So the board goes in smooth on one side. The mill circle saw marks are already on one side of the board. Now we're doing the weathering side, like we saw in the finishing room, that weathered texture. So the boards go in this machine. They're being wired. That's where the texture is being put on. Okay? But also at the same time, Larry, we're sanding too. It really offers you a more irregular, authentic look. I wanted something that was going to look like it was done outside on a barn over 100 years. These will go over into the finishing room, all ready to go through that flow coater. They've been sanded. So back here in this area, this is where all the box beams are built. What this machine here is doing is putting the miter lock joint on it. Here's our jig table, and that's how they're set up, 4, 6, 8, and 10 inch. That's why when we're building a 30-foot beam, people want an 11.5-inch wide beam. Every joint is glued and then pin nailed together. There's a couple that are finished down here. So you can see this joint on the end of here. It's all glued and miter locked together, very solid, but they're light. Yeah. You can just bring these up to the ceiling and put them on. So when they put that beam together with this wired texture, we do what's called closing the joint. And what she really does is just rolls over this joint with a wooden dowel, but now we got to come back like Julio's doing here, sanding all these joints. So now again, that real rough looking splintery beam is ready for finish. Yeah, but it's got a nice texture. Yeah. This happens to be the patina gray, but there's an 8x8.
Look cool.
An 8x8 timber, but look at it, it's just laser straight.
Great.
And when we first started, it was the sliding barn door. That's what everyone wanted. This is an engineered style. It's a wood core, stave core, glued together, very stable, very straight, with a pine veneer on them. Okay. And that's what we build all of these doors with over here. So these are actually pre-hung doors. You can see they have the doorknob drilled in them. Okay. The hinges are machined out and ready to go, but this is just the finishing stage. But every door, as you can see, they're hand sanded. That happens to be what's called our desert burn panel. Still one of my favorites today. And you dream it, Forever Barnwood will build it. When someone wants to know what a Forever Barnwood box beam like you saw over there looks like, we go through these like bags of Skittles. Shipping and receiving, we hold some inventory. Over the years, we've learned what our number one sellers are, and we try to keep a bunch of that on hand. So the guy that needs a unit of shiplap tomorrow, come on down and get it. It's ready to go, or we'll ship it to you. So these are all orders ready to ship. These are 7 years old.
These stairs.
All the people up and down, mud, gravel, rocks in our feet. Even though it's a pine flooring, how we finish that flooring, it's just bulletproof. We have never refinished them steps. This has been 3 inches underwater, flooded 3 times, and none of it let go. I thought we were going to have to rip it all out. We had some issues with drainage when I first bought this building, and it looks like the day we put it in. It's never been refinished. Your floor is only as strong as that finish. It's actually in the wood and is hardened within the wood, which gives it its durability. But as you look at them, I mean, this is wear and tear every day. The whole upstairs, all of the offices, the conference rooms, it's all done in pine 100-year-old flooring, and it's even, roller chairs are a real hard one on that film finish because it's gonna, crack and scratch, the peel up, and we don't have that issue with Forever Barnwood flooring.
It's almost like the days when you had a Harley and you were waving to the guy on a bike. You see another warrior on the water, you just get a good feel.
First class, all the way from the people that ride them to the people that make them.
They do such a nice job with communication. They'll pick up the phone anytime. It's really almost a friendship.
You could be in any state, and when somebody with a warrior drives by you, you get that honk, that beep. You're truly part of a family, and there's nothing like it.
Introducing Forever Barnwood. Transform your space with the warmth and character of a genuine barnwood look. Forever Barnwood offers over 200 authentic barnwood products. We are commercial and food safe. Our products are available in unlimited quantities while still providing the consistency you need to complete large projects. All of this while still looking like it came out of a 100-year-old barn. Forever Barnwood. Bring the history inside.
So now that we've had a tour of the production floor, let's talk a little bit more in depth about the Forever Barnwood. Every single product, our 200 SKUs, is kiln dried to a dehumidification process, which means the pitch is set, the stress relieved. It's a molder run, eased edge, baseboard, casing, a full engineered style and rail door, any panel configuration, multiple colors. You dream it, we can build it. Let's talk a little bit more about our flooring. I believe it's one of our most undersold products that we have. Don't be afraid of a pine flooring. The way we finish this with Woka oil, it's a 98% solids finish, and what that means is we were not laying a film finish over the top of this floor. This is actually becomes one with the wood. It's absorbed into the wood. Gives it almost a petrified look or feel, if you would. The pine is very durable. As you saw coming up the stairs, we've been in this building for 7 years. We have never sanded or refinished this floor, not once. We've done nothing but sweep and mop the floor.
We are consistently inconsistent in that we still have that reclaimed look and provide you the warmth of a reclaimed product. If you are building on a lake home, a hunting cabin, you really just have to consider Forever Barnwood, because we can give you that warmth and that rustic appeal. And it's extremely popular with virtually everyone that does find us and they come here, they select Forever Barnwood for that kind of a project.
Jim, let's finally go ahead and talk about our latest product launch.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has. We've been working on this for several years. We are now going to offer an exterior siding product in a circle sawn barnwood aged rustic look. No one else has this. As you saw earlier on the production floor, we have a machine that was custom built for us in Italy, a flow coater impregnating machine, which allows us the ability to seal all 4 sides of this product. We'll have more coming on this later this summer.
Hey everybody, what an awesome week we had this week. You know, what a ball up at Leech Lake. I want to thank Chad and definitely Jason for the great time we had up there. Hey, I want to also thank them guys for letting us come into the factory and filming all the cool things in there. You know what, gave me a lot of ideas for things that I'm going to do to my house. Definitely going to be doing some remodeling to bring some new life into my house. That's the great part about Forever Barnwood. It's just a very unique and cool product. Hey, like we do each and every week, we always remember all of our military men and women for the great service they have given this country and continue to give this country, along with all of our firefighters and paramedics, and no doubt all of our law enforcement agents. Hey everybody, it is a great day to be alive. And the best part, we'll see you guys and gals again next week, and thanks for joining us. Hey, Jason, you know the great part, Chad?
Love this place. Great patio. Great, start over. Sorry.
I'll just lead you into it.
Did you say Pilates?